Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Evening Prayers. I'm your host, Reverend Z, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with you to engage in the sacred art of prayer and to raise our vibrations to the level of the divine. I want to say good evening to everyone. I trust everyone has had a glorious Sunday and a wonderful weekend as we begin to go within and to look forward to the week ahead and to know that we are blessed and guided. And so I just want to say, for me, it's been a great weekend, great day today. The sun was shining here in Colorado, and I got a chance to get out and walk around and admire all of the change in the foliage and really look at life as this beautiful thing that we have to enjoy, that we have to dream about and to cast our future into. And so I trust and hope everyone has had something similar this weekend and has been able to really look at life in a different way. And so that's where I want to kind of go this evening before we go into prayer. As always, I have a couple of quotes that I think kind of encapsulate this whole thing about life and living. And so the first one I want to start with is this: life is like the ocean. It can be calm and still or rough and rigid, but in the end, it's always beautiful. In the end, it's always beautiful. And I can say that because just yesterday morning, I woke up and it was 32 degrees. And it was rather cold, and I was wondering, and all of that, was heavy on my mind. But fortunately, that didn't happen. And today it was almost 70 degrees. So we see that life was cold and rigid at one moment, and then it was hot and warm and smooth and beautiful the next. And that's what we deal with in life. We live in the ebb and flow, the on and off, the up and down of the universe. And so when we are able to do that and really begin to encapsulate the beauty of life, it becomes a dream come true. And it allows us, I believe, to really begin to go deep within and touch that core that is the divine part of us, and allow us to continue to dream of a world that works for everyone, in a place where everyone can be honored, in a place where I can be my authentic self no matter where I am and feel comfortable. And I think poet Langston Hughes said it best when he said it this way. He says, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly." So hold fast to your dreams, no matter what they are, because they give us the air, the wings to fly and to soar and to be creative and to move toward the greatness that we are. And so with that, as we begin to just really understand that we are one with the divine and that we are greatness and that life is ours to explore and to endeavor into, I'd like to just go into prayer on that idea of the beauty of life and the way that we are able to move through it and be truly grateful and successful. So with that, let's just take a deep breath. And if it feels comfortable, close your eyes and just witness the presence of the divine flowing through our very being. That breath of life, that divine intelligence, that pulsating rhythm that beats in our hearts. That is the core of the divine. That rhythm, that breath, that intelligence that moves in rhythmic waves throughout the universe, that touches everything and leaves in its wake a palatable presence of spirit that is always available for us to reach out and touch, for us to ride on the waves of love and compassion and grace by the divine, and to allow God to be in every aspect of our being. Because I know right here, right now, that presence, that creative force, that thing that we call God is present not only in me and you, but in the entire universe. And that each and every one of us are equipped with what we need to activate it and to access it and to allow it to be the essence of what we are. And so it is in that knowing and understanding that I declare right here, right now, that each and every one of us on this call and those that might hear it later are called to be the best that we can be. We are summoned to ignite that divine light within and to allow it to shine and to bring forth the greatness and the gifts and the glory of God that we are here representing. And so as we just allow that to just sink into our minds, into our hearts, into our very soul, knowing that we are here on divine purpose and with a specific mission that only each and every one of us can bring to create the unity of community, the unity of family, the oneness of God. And so it is that idea of oneness and sharing and communication and love and respect that I give thanks. I give thanks knowing that no matter how it looks, there is always an answer to anything that we have in front of us. I give thanks because I know that I and you want the same thing. I give thanks for that, knowing that we can communicate and work it out, no matter what it is. And so it is in that thanksgiving of love and community and partnership and working things out in a life that is sometimes ups and downs that I release this prayer, knowing that all those things create a bountiful blessing for each and every one of us as these words fall into the mind of God and become manifest here, now. And so it is, amen. And so it is, amen. And so I want to just thank everyone for being here tonight as we continue this tradition that started over a year ago now of praying every one morning and every evening at 8:15 Mountain Time to establish a foundation of remembrance, to establish a foundation of going within and looking at our hearts and minds and souls and praying for one another. That's what's on our heart, to leave some nuggets of wisdom and understanding and plant some seeds that will allow them to grow into glorious trees in our lives of spiritual wonder and grandeur. And so with that, I just like to, as always, extend the offer that if there's anyone that needs prayer in the community, please send your prayer request to prayer@ntmedia.org, and someone on the prayer team will take that prayer and lovingly send some divine energy of healing for a person, place, thing, celebration. It does not matter. All prayers will be prayed on. And we thank you again so much for your continued support of the network and the station. And we just hope that you continue to do so. And you can do that by sending your money, checks, texts, however you can support the network to New Thought to www.ntmedia.org and then click the donate button. Those donations are very much appreciated, and we will continue to do our best to bring you stories and music and programs that are uplifting, enlightening, and informative. And so that's where we are. It's a Sunday evening, and I know everyone is looking at, okay, hey, let's get ready for the week. Well, let's just make sure we do that. Let's make sure we do that with spirit in mind. So as we go forward this week and we begin to look at where we are in life and what dreams do we still look forward to manifesting in our lives, let's do it with prayer. Let's do it with spirit, and let's do it with a smile on our face. And so as I close out tonight and just wish everyone a wonderful evening and a pleasant night, I do so saying, this is the moment that we've been waiting for, the moment where we are giving ourselves permission to awaken into the divine light of God and to not hide anymore, to not seek some excuse as to why we can't do a thing, but just to step forward and do it. Just step forward and do it, because we know life is full of all kinds of surprises and upliftments, and that's what we're here for, and that's what we seek to do. And so with that, I bid you farewell, good night, peace and blessings, and so it is. Amen.